We are the champions. We are the champions. Yes, we won. Welcome back to Ult Koy. Yes, it has been a while, guys. Just to let you all know, I'm still here. I want to give you an update today. Apologies, it has been a while. It's been quite a time of year. I've had lots of other things going on that I need to focus on, so this hasn't taken priority. However, I am still here. I'm still producing videos. I'm just having a good think about how I focus on the quality rather than the quantity. So today's one is just going to be a very quick basic update on how my winter's going with these guys. As you can see, they're all going having a good swim around still. I'm going to take covers off today, do my weekly check, and also going to be showing you my competition winning fish, which I'm absolutely over the moon about, and I've won my first competition that I've taken part in, so yeah, really pleased about that. You saw it at the start, you have seen it before, but I'll be showing that again. So without further ado, let's get these covers off. Let's have a look at how these guys are doing. So I thought we'd start by looking at my Grown Show winner. Obviously that I pop at the start of the video with my awful singing. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, so as I said, this was the New Forest Grown Show of a Difference that I did this year, where we all got fry from a couple of weeks old, 200, selected them down to our final, whatever numbers we could manage, and then picked our only winner out of it. So this is the fish that I've been referring to if you look through my videos throughout the entire time that I'd already pretty much picked. It was this and a Kikasui that I was tracking all the way through. Sorry, not Kikasui, a Sakurogon. The Sakurogon lost all its Benny. So this was really my only obvious choice. The body shape on it is fantastic. The coloration's brilliant. Those front pec fins, the shape of them with the Montagura, the way it sits, brilliant. It's going to be a fantastic fish. The bigger it gets, the better it's going to get, hopefully, with the development and the sumi. Like I said, I picked it out from the first salt. I said to my dad, I said, that's my winner there. And yeah, just watched it come all the way through, and it's been amazing watching it develop, because it was yellow originally. There was no redness to it at all. And then it sort of turned into an orange Benny, and then it's just got deeper and darker, and I'm hoping that continues as it grows, and it does eventually end up with a nice deep red pigment, but pretty happy with where it is. I'm going to put up a video to show you what it looked like, and have a look, see if you'd have picked it out. I got it in a bowl with 3 others, so have a look at these. So here it is, this little one here. You can see it has quite a lot of baby sumi on it, and that's all fallen off and it's developed, but yeah, changed a drastic amount. Would you have picked it? Yeah, that's the enjoyable part of doing that for me. So yeah, developed into quite a fish. Like I said, really enjoyed it. For me, picking out the fry on that learning curve. When I first started it, I wasn't sure I'd get the fry to survive, especially copying my tropical methods. But it did. It worked really well, actually. And I got quite a large number. I got over 50 fish to a decent size. If you flip back through the videos, you'll see how they all grew. So really good opportunity to do. Really nice to have unselected fish, so you know you've got a maximum chance of getting anything. And also, what an eye-opener for a 30 centimetre 6-month-old fish, or just under 6 months when I took the video. Just shows you what you can be missing out on by getting some of these fish from Japan that have been sitting in vats for a year at some dealers and not fed, and you've just lost a lot of opportunity and a lot of growth. Plus they've already been sorted out for the best ones. So yeah, massive thanks to New Forest Koy and to Vince for sorting it out. Really enjoyed it. It was good to chat with a lot of the guys who were doing it as well. Some fierce competition, which makes it all the sweeter when you do win, when you've got people that have really pushed it all the way as well. So great fun. Right, let's have a look at the rest of the fish and get on with my winter update. Covers are off. Having a good check over everyone. The skimmer's looking good. Still wants feeding every 5 minutes. So, just an update as to where I am. What am I doing over the winter? Obviously, the two grow ones have been working in anger all of this season, and they're now experiencing their first winter. So, just thought it'd be useful to share what I'm doing over winter in this amount of fish in this small environment. So, I'm currently trying to balance the temperature. I have brought them down. We've been through that horrible cold spell We've survived that. We've had the floods and all the rain lately as well, so we've had no issues with that either. So touch wood, been very lucky. Hasn't caused me any issues thus far. Temperature has been pretty nuts actually. I don't remember November being like this for a long time, but we've had -5s, -6s at night. Heavy frosts, obviously a bit of snow, etc. Like most of the, well, a lot of the country. So yeah, but trying to work out balanced temperature on the air source heat pump has been interesting. But we are, I'll just check, put the probe in here now. So that's at 18.9. That's with the heat pump set to 21. So I'm reducing that to 20 this morning, just trying to hit that sweet spot at 18. So I stay there. And that's going to be my winter temperature, hopefully, because the air source heat pump seems to be able to cope with it. It works down to -7 this one, even though it is only a little hot pool swimming pool one. It's actually pretty decent when it can get rid of its own ice. The only problem I've had with it so far was when there was too many nights of -5, etc. in a row. I think it might have been the 4th or 5th night. The defrost cycle wasn't coping, wasn't able to defrost it long enough. It was getting cold too quick, so I did start to lose a bit of temperature. Nothing mental, but enough to have too many peaks and troughs, which I'm not happy with. So the reason I'm sitting at 18 degrees over the winter, my view is there's no point in heating to anything else unless you're just trying to stop it from freezing. I'm sitting at that sweet spot where their immune system is working, hopefully avoiding any parasitical problems, any bacterial problems. I've got a very high stocking density across these two tubs, as you can see, with some very big fish. I haven't pulled her out yet, the Saragoy, but just to give you an idea, she's sitting around 65 to 70 cms. So you can see how big the rest are. And in here you will see my growing show fish that I kept to carry on with. So they'll be getting some more growing as we move into next year when I start this up again. Eagle-eyed on you again. See, this water looks absolutely disgusting, and it is. I'm feeding them twice a day. I have been going through a period of trying different foods just in a brief amount. What I don't want to do is when I'm looking at foods for you guys and putting this on YouTube, I don't want to do 2 weeks in it and then tell you it's the best thing since sliced bread, because honestly it's not enough time. It's not enough time to see how the fish grow, it's not enough time to see how they develop, etc, etc, etc. What it is enough time to tell you is how shit your water goes, and then from that you're able to deduce maybe some of the quality of the foods. So this food is actually a food I tested on the smaller fish that has caused the water to go like this. I don't know if you can see the bits. You see the bits in there? Yeah. This is Coppin's Top Koi. So it's their top of the range food. It's fish meal and insect meal. It's got spirulina in it and it's 49% protein. It's a little bit high to be feeding at these temperatures, to be honest, but I'm not feeding an awful lot. But the amount of waste that is coming out of it is quite something else. It's the most waste I've seen, I think, from any food so far. So, and I didn't see it in the smaller pellet with the smaller fish, but obviously less stocking density, probably more water. Wasn't so much of an issue, but with these guys, it's definitely causing the water to be filth. So that said, they seem to like it, they seem to enjoy it. I'm still going to leave it on my list to try and do a session on in terms of some pushing and some growth, but I think it's going to present me with a challenge because of how dirty and how quickly it's fouling up the water. Imagine if I was doing that a feed every hour or two, what it would do to it. It would be brown, I wouldn't be able to see anything, and there's a lot of big fish in here, so that's where we're at with that. I have also, as well as the Coppin's Top Koi, I have tried this stuff, which has actually surprised me quite a bit. The Aqua Evolution Growth Plus. It seems to be quite difficult to get it in different pellet sizes. They don't have much of a range, so it's only good for the bigger ones. But this at £115, I think, for, I want to say 15 kilos off the top of my head, isn't too bad. That might be 10 kilos though. Take that with a pinch of salt. However, it didn't foul up the water. The fish enjoyed it, and it seemed to do a half decent job. What I can't tell you is how the growth was managed, because like I said, it's not been long enough. So what I'm doing is I'm systematically going through different foods. You'll see there's a bag of Medicarp colour enhancer. I'm just going through a lot of different foods and just creating a list basically of all the ones I want to try. So I've got Takazumi I'm going to try as well. and some other bits and pieces that I want to have a look at to see what they do. Obviously Saki has set the benchmark, but if I'm perfectly honest, after the amount of Saki Akari I used this year and what I had to plough into it funds wise, it's not sustainable for me. I can't do that again next year, so I need to find something else. So if we can do that, I will be very, very happy. As you can see, fish all looking absolutely cracking in this side, doing well. So they'll spend the winter at 18 and hopefully I'll avoid any immune problems. Getting fed twice a day now, and I will reduce that maybe even to once a day after Christmas, depending on what the temperature does. As long as I can maintain that 18, I'll leave them at twice a day. Main thing is I don't want to lose any of that body shape, any of that development that I've gained over this summer. It was using all that Saki, because it's just like throwing the money away then. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Turn the air off. How are these guys doing? So it just went, try and turn the air off properly. Right, there we go, air off. So, let's move down a bit. Right, have to swap hands. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Hopefully, the glare as ever, making things as difficult as possible. It's fairly early in the morning here, so the light isn't up anywhere near where it needs to be yet. That's not picking it up great. But so this side has got the 15 that we took out a while ago that have been going on. The 5 Oda cans, the 5 Shiro Yutsuris, and the 5 He Yutsuris. Everyone's looking really good. Got a couple of my other pieces in here as well as a few other project bits which I'll be bringing to you next season. I wanted to do stuff in reverse to show you where we're at, what you can do. So a couple of good projects in there. But everyone looking pretty healthy, looking pretty happy, which is the main thing. It's good. Just want to get them through the winter. Oh, the side. I don't know if you can pick this up on camera, but the size of some of them shows. They carried on growing for a little while longer after I bowled them up for you. And they carried on packing it on at an enormous rate. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Right, let's go back to the other side because you can see them far better with the lights switching. Hair back on. So yeah, I've got a couple of jobs that are coming up. I've got to replace the ozone bulb. Oh, need a tank there, scare them all off. It will be at a very, very low potency now, but actually for the purposes of 2 feeds a day, I'm not too dissatisfied with that, but I will be changing it soon because I don't want to allow anything to build up. I've got such a high stocking level, it's just not worth it, in my view. And that will also help the water clarity a little bit as well. But that's, again, as I've always said, that isn't why I use the ozone, but it is an added benefit. Let's have a look, see if we can find my growing show winner. There's a couple of them there. Where is Winning Kin Showa? Where are you? No, can't see it. Always away. Try and find one. You never can. I've seen everyone but. Where's it gone? Ah, there it is. But you won't be able to see it because of the glare. No, if it comes forward, I'll refocus on it. But in there, doing well. So just getting them through the winter. So hopefully you can see some of the plans I've got for next year, and I'm going to be making a selection on what food. So just going back to the food conversation, what my plan to do is I want to give a season to give you an overview of what food does. Like I said, one bag of a couple of kilos isn't enough in my view to give you any sort of idea on longevity and development and quality. There is my growing show winner. Kin Showa down the bottom. Doing pretty good. It's done alright in here actually. A bit better than some of the other ones. Some of the other ones didn't like joining into a feeding frenzy. So yeah, I'll make a decision on what food next year is going to be on. I don't think it's going to be on Top Koy, if I'm perfectly honest, just given the state of the water's gone in with a couple of feeds, which not because I'm bothered about the water, but it does obviously make it harder to keep an eye on the fish. And the main thing for me is if it's producing that amount of waste, then they're not converting the food into that muscle, that growth, that body mass that I want. So yeah, they like it. I'll show you a feeding it in a second, but just annoying, that's the way it is, unfortunately. But once I've decided, then that'll be next year, and we'll do the whole season, and then at the end of it I can see where we've ended up, and I can let you know my thoughts. But yeah, let's give them a quick feed, and then that will be it. Right, as I said, 2 of these feeds a day. They probably won't come up now because I've been standing here so long talking. Normally be flopping over each other to get out of there, but there we go. The skimmer's always cast up. It's the light. I cannot work out how to get rid of some of this glare when I'm filming these ponds. That's why I don't film them that much. Obviously the blue tub inside I've got set up better so I can avoid that glare. In here, polytunnel, all the daylight, I've got very little chance. But right, let's do the other side. Right, other side ready to get theirs. Which is pretty standard, to be fair. How they all go. I haven't been standing over there, so they've got themselves dug right in. So like I said, when it comes to this food, they like it. There's no problem with the appetite for it and the feeding. I do like it. It's got spirulina in it, so it means I don't have to worry about colour, and that's probably one of the reasons I've picked it as my other winter food at this moment in time. It isn't a proper winter food, obviously. It's one of the highest protein growth foods you can probably get. But because I'm staying at 18 degrees, that's the decision I made. So hopefully I will still get some slow growth over that winter period, which will be a lot less intensive raising. Give some of the pigments a colour and a chance not to keep from stretching, etc. And then I can start next year in earnest when I get back up to the growing on temperatures. So, like I said, guys, just wanted to give an update to show you where I'm at, what I've been up to. Very much working all quite well at the minute. I mean, the drum I've had numerous issues with, but that's because it's second hand. I've said that before. And we've got, it came with 2 broken motors, etc. But managing it, it's doing the job all right. It's doing good, especially under lighter feeding. It's a lot easier to cope with. But I'll be doing an update on a drum in general. Put some bits together for you, just to try and explain for those who haven't got one, or those who are thinking about one. Just all the bits that you need to think about that you don't really hear an awful lot on, especially in the environment I'm in. It's obviously this growing on a lot of fish in a small environment. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that, and big thank you to everyone who's reached out to check out where I've been, where I am. Really do appreciate it. It's nice to know that people do miss it, not coming out on a Sunday morning. So, like I said, I'm still here. We'll still be doing some content. I'm just going to be deciding about how frequent it is, and I want to focus on the quality aspect. So, as ever, guys, thanks for watching and take care. Bye bye.